All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on something huge happening in AI right now. We're seeing it make this incredible leap from just being a follower that takes our instructions to actually becoming the builder itself. So, what does that really mean? Let's find out. So, let me just ask you this. Who is really building all these amazing AI tools we use every day? It seems like a simple question, but believe me, the answer is changing, and it's changing fast. To get our heads around it, let's start with how things have worked up until now. For the longest time, we've been living in the era of human builders. This is the hands-on, manual world of AI automation that has pretty much powered everything we've seen so far. When you see a really slick AI automation, it didn't just appear out of nowhere. No, behind the scenes, there are incredibly smart people. We're talking AI agencies, tech gurus, all those influencers you see, and they're the ones piecing these things together one block at a time. And how they do it is, well, it's super manual. It's almost like coding. A human builder has to sit there and define a trigger, then create a bunch of if this then that conditions, program a very specific action, and then, get this, manually link every single piece together. The key thing to remember here is that it's all a deliberate step-by-step process, done entirely by a person. But here's the thing. While all those humans were busy building, the AI, well, it was busy learning. And to really grasp the huge shift that's happening, we've got to first understand the basic way that an AI actually thinks. It all comes down to a pretty powerful input-output model. Think about it. We feed it everything we've got. Documents, videos, audio files, the definition of words, you name it. And on the other side, it doesn't just spit that information back out. No, it starts to create its own stuff, new theories, brand new concepts, and sometimes entirely new ways of thinking about a problem. The source material puts it perfectly, really. The input equals the output. It's a lot like our own brains, right? We take in all this information from the world and we use it to form our own original thoughts. It's the same idea. And it's not a one-and-done kind of learning. It does something called iterative learning. Just imagine an athlete running laps around a track. Every single lap, the AI runs on the data. Its understanding gets a little sharper, a little better, a little more accurate. It's just this constant cycle of improvement. So for a long time, that was the whole story. We gave the AI data, and it learned from that data. Simple enough. But, and this is a huge but, that's not the whole story anymore. Because AI isn't just learning from our data these days. And this brings us right to the main event, the big shift. We're now seeing AI change its focus from learning our data to learning our process. And folks, this is the pivot point. This changes everything. It's not just about the text in a document or the sounds in a video anymore. The AI has started learning from what we actually do. It's watching our actions, our behaviors, our methods. It's literally observing those human builders we talked about. It's watching how they build those complex automations. It's learning why they take a certain step instead of another. It's taking in the entire process, from that first little trigger to the final result, and it's mimicking and observing every single move. So where does that lead us? Well, it leads us straight into a brand new era of AI creation. One where the whole relationship between us and the machine has been totally flipped on its head. Because it has spent so much time learning the how and the why from watching us, AI can now build those same complicated automations all by itself, from just a single simple prompt. You could say the student has become the master. Hey, remember that complex, multi-step manual process from before? The one with triggers and conditions? Well, look at this. The new way is just shockingly simple. Step 1, you write a prompt. Step 2, the AI builds the whole thing for you. That's it. That is the massive leap we're talking about. And the impact of this is immediate. I mean, what used to take human experts hours, maybe even days of painstaking work, can now be put together in a tiny fraction of the time. The bottom line is that these complex processes are being built quicker and easier than anyone ever thought possible. So the biggest takeaway here is this relentless, nonstop learning cycle. As the source says, it mimics, it observes, it runs laps. Every time it improves, and remember, it sees everything. This isn't just a one-time trick, it's a continuous, all-encompassing evolution that's always getting better. Which, of course, leaves us with one final, pretty mind-blowing question to chew on. We've just seen how AI can learn to build the tools that we design for it. But as it keeps learning and observing and improving, what happens when it starts to build things for itself? Something to think about.